So I think the reason that gear can trap us so easily is because we tend to turn our tools into our creative identity. We tend to see ourselves in what we have, and typically we want the best. So for example, the FX5 has dropped recently, right? And every creator on your feed is out there talking about it, and you see every shill tuber out there and their mum going on about how good it is and how you need to get it. And now you're starting to feel a little bit left out. You're starting to feel like you're missing out on something for yourself. Now, I would absolutely be kidding you guys and lying to myself if I said that I wasn't like this at all. Okay, so it even goes back to years ago. I was selling a lot of landscape prints. I was doing an awful lot of landscape work, and I was able to blow the prints up massive and they looked awesome. But as soon as a new camera dropped, had better dynamic range or the sensor was slightly bigger, I would instantly, and I mean instantly, feel like, shit, my gear's not cutting it. Like, I'm not going to have the best pictures anymore. Like, how am I going to be able to do this? How am I going to be known for having good pictures? And even though I was able to blow these images up on the wall and they looked fantastic, had awesome color, had awesome dynamic range, but as soon as I felt like I wasn't keeping up with the technology anymore, it was like, I'm not a good photographer now. I'm not going to be able to offer the best image, and therefore I'm not going to be good anymore. And so, yeah, basically, I was just allowing a spec sheet to dictate my identity as a good photographer, instead of the years of skills and trial and error and going out to the same place over and over and over just to capture one shot for one time, you know? And even just very recently, I'd found myself in this same position. I got myself in the same trap, right? So after 8 years away from photography, I had a real urge, I had a real compulsion to learn how to film, right? And so when I started looking for a camera, I pretty much just went straight back to being interested in the specs only and the potentials of what I could do with it, right? I was more interested in that stuff than I was in getting the correct tool for what I needed, the correct tool for the job. Now, obviously, there's going to be some people out there that will greatly benefit from upgrading the gear every so often or regularly even. But usually, those people aren't sitting on YouTube for 30 hours a week looking at camera reviews. They're the ones that are out there making the reviews, or they're out there working with the gear, making themselves some cash. So I'm not here really speaking to that seasoned professional. I'm speaking to the person that's like me. I'm speaking to the person that finds it really easy to fall into the FOMO trap. Now, I still purchased a pretty good camera, right? I ended up going with the Sony E1. And so far, I would say that has been the perfect tool for my style of filming. And that's what gear really is. That's all it is. It's a tool, right? Like, we just get carried away sometimes, right? Like, imagine if you wanted to fix some palings out on your fence in the backyard, right? And so to do that, you went and purchased a $2,000 nail gun because it has the best ratings and all the top carpenters in the country use it. It would be such a waste of money, wouldn't it? Like, you're not going to get the benefits of a $2,000 nail gun. You'll use it once, you'll put it away for a few years, and then one day you'll show it off to somebody and be like, oh, look at what I've got, you know? Look at what I have. And somehow, this $2,000 nail gun makes you feel like a carpenter. It makes you feel like, yeah, I can do that fence good, bro. Now, if you've got a lot of cash and spending money like this, it doesn't matter to you, well, that's fine, man, go for it. But it's still not going to make you go out there and film. It's still not going to make you grade any better. It's not going to help you compose your shots any better. That's only going to come from repeated outings of practicing the craft, learning how to use the tool. Just like the nail gun isn't going to help you be a better carpenter, okay? Using the tool multiple times will help you do that. It will help you frame houses better or frame fences better, but it's not going to make you good straight away just because you're holding a $2,000 nail gun. In the same way, upgrading to something like the FX5 isn't going to take your footage from mediocre to cinematic Christopher Nolan style just because you're holding this body in your hands. You still need to develop the fundamental skills. Okay, so my suggestion would be, if you can't use all the benefits from the tool that you're ready to go into debt for, then it's probably not worth getting. And so to give you guys a really good example of this, I want to highlight one of the subscribers on my channel. His name's Jim Wilborn, and his channel is going to be linked down in the description below, so make sure you go check it out. I really believe that his content is super underrated. But when I checked out Jim's content, I was amazed at how the footage looked. It was so clean, it was colored really well, the scenes were inviting, they were lit well, the story was good. And I just assumed that he had this crazy cinematic setup because his stuff looked like everybody else's. It looked like he had real good quality gear. But one day Jim left a comment on one of my videos explaining the gear that he was using. And it wasn't even freaking close to what I was assuming he had. So this guy was putting out this quality content like this, but he was sitting there using a ZV-E10, an original model, yet everything still had this quality to it that was present in all these other productions with all the other gear and all the other bells and whistles that I was seeing on YouTube or in little short films and things like that. So again, it just reminded me that it's how we understand the tools, it's how we can use them to get out our full potential. And Jim wasn't caught up in having all this gear. He wasn't caught up in needing to have these certain things to have his identity as a creator. And he still had to go out and do the work. Just like if you bought that $2,000 nail gun, you still have to hold the thing up. You still have to angle it right. You still have to load the cartridge properly. You still have to be able to do all those fundamental things. And you have to be able to do them well. Otherwise, you may have nails stuck instead of coming out, or nails might come out skewy and stick out the wrong places. The tool won't make you a good carpenter. Just like a $900 pocket camera isn't going to make you a good vlogger. You know, you still have to go out and film. You still have to be able to learn to speak to the camera in front of you in public. You still have to learn to edit and color grade. You have to learn to be consistent. The pocket cam isn't going to do that for you. It might inspire you for a little bit, but you still have to continue it. Like, it might make you feel good for that little while you're inspired, but that wears off pretty damn quick, doesn't it? It wears out pretty quick when you realize that you're actually the one that's showing up and you still have to do the creating because the tool is not doing the creating for you. So buying a new FX5, look, it might be a sensible thing for some people. It's not a bad camera at all, is it? I mean, it's going to be super helpful to a lot of people. But if you're spending hours a day researching and constantly thinking about how this new gear is going to change your footage and ultimately probably change your life, change who you are, change you as a filmmaker, I would ask myself this question. Am I buying this tool because it's going to solve a real, reoccurring problem in my workflow? Or am I just buying it to feel like a vlogger or to feel like a filmmaker or to feel like I'm a good creator in some way? Because this is what's going to get the best out of me. Because think about it, at the end of the day, there's no piece of gear sitting in a box somewhere that is going to come out and hold itself up in the right spot for you and then press record. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be there and do the hard things for you. That only comes from you getting out there and making mistakes and mastering the gear that you've got sitting there that's waiting to teach you more lessons. And so please, please remember, it's you that determines your creative identity based on how you build your skills and your confidence within yourself of that. You do that, not a piece of gear. Okay, I think that's enough said. I hope this didn't annoy too many people. Anyway, if you're feeling it, have a watch of this video up here. Otherwise, I'm going to catch you later.